Hi guys, welcome back to another a chapter day series. Yay! Welcome back to the no Wi-Fi chapters. Firstly, sorry for the background. If you have watched or listened to any of the chapters prior to this chapter, Judges chapter 9, you would know that my Wi-Fi isn't working, hence the name. No Wi-Fi chapters, but I was not going to allow myself just slack off like I already did for the past 5 days because I had no Wi-Fi. So I was going to record your chapter day videos, and then when my Wi-Fi comes on, I'm gonna post them. Look at how smart that is. Okay, anyways, welcome back to today's chapter. So today we're reading Judges chapter 9, and previously in Judges we talked about how Gideon proved God's presence and faithfulness by defeating the king of the Median kings. So if you don't know who Gideon is the man that rose to prayer to God and asked that the Israelites be delivered from the hands of the Midianites, and they were. So Gideon died, and the Israelites went back to worship another idol. So if you've noticed something with the pattern of the Israelites' sin, it's mostly idolatry that God punishes them for. So once kind of like the prophet that saved them or helped them rises up, when God gets someone to rise up to save them, when that person dies, the Israelites go back to their sinful manners of idolatry. So basically, it showed that the Israelites lacked very little tangible faith. Like I talked about in Judges chapter 3 about how I believe that I have faith, but I want to act like I believe that I have faith in God. Those are two different things. Believing and acting are two different things. So the Israelites believed in faith, but they didn't act in faith. So that's why they kept on going to idols to worship. So Gideon has died, and they have gone to go worship other idols. And they treated Gideon's family so badly, which I just wondered why. I mean, he's the one that God rose up to help you guys. And now when he's dead, you're treating the family like an outcast. That's not right. But, you know, human beings are human beings. So in today's chapter, we're reading Judges chapter 9, which is 57 chapters. Very long. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's very long. Very, very, very long. I think I had to read this chapter twice. The first time I read it, I literally did not understand anything. Then afterwards, I read it again. And then I understood what it was saying, because like on my journal I wrote Judges chapter 9. I did not understand, but I'm rereading tomorrow. That's literally what I wrote. I did not understand, but I'm rereading tomorrow. So it was really long, and I didn't really get what it was saying. My head wasn't fresh. I was reading it at night, but when I woke up in the morning, I reread it and I understood what it was talking about. So this chapter talks about the whole turmoil and death of Ebelichem. I do not think I'm pronouncing his name right. So let's just call him Eb. Let's call him Eb. A-B. Eb. So Eb is the son of the king of who's his father? Wait, I've forgotten who his father was. Oh my god. Yeah. So Eb is the son of Gideon, but his mother was Gideon's concubine. Okay, so his mother was not married to Gideon, he was his concubine. So Gideon was kind of, not Gideon, I mean Eb. We're calling him Eb. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Abelichim, Eb. Let's call him Eb. So Eb was born out of adultery and fornication. Okay, so he's Gideon's son of a concubine. Okay, the son of Gideon's concubine. That's who Eb is. And now he literally hates Gideon's sons and his brothers. He hates them. He hates all the sons of Gideon, and he wants to take revenge onto them. So Jotam, who was one of Gideon's sons, makes a parable and a prophecy about Eb, because he knows Eb is not good, but the people around them think Eb is good. Because remember, Gideon is dead, and the Israelites are treating Gideon's family like an outcast. So now everybody's hating on Gideon's family, including Jotam. But everybody does not hate Eb, because Eb is the son of Gideon's concubine. So in the sense, he's not really related to Gideon's family. So now Ab comes along. He's like, oh, let me rule over you guys because they don't have anybody ruling over them. He's like, let me rule over you guys, and they accept. So Ab, Abelichim, remember I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm calling him Ab for short. Ab now decides to rule over the Israelites. But Jotam, who the Israelites hate, tells a parable to the Israelites and to Ab that Ab is going to kill all of them, that Ab is evil. But nobody listens to Jotam, so Jotam runs away and leaves Ab right there with the Israelites on the mountain, and he continues his sinful mannerisms. So that's what's going on with Ab. Did I explain that to a very good amount? I don't know, but that's what is happening with Eb. Eb now kills his father. Eb kills Jotam's family and Jotam's brothers. Eb in total killed 700 people. Okay, Eb is a serial killer. In our world today, Eb will be labeled as a serial killer. So yeah, that's what this chapter is really talking about. It's a long chapter, but it takes time to summarize it to a very short summary like that. 57 verses was summarized into Eb, the son of Gideon's concubine, is evil and kills 700 people. So he's a serial killer in today's world. So it was really straightforward and easy to understand. A lot of verses stood out to me, really. A lot of verses stood out to me for this. Truly, a lot of verses stood out to me. A lot of verses stood out to me. There are too many. I can't read all of them out, but all of them are just basically talking about Jotam, and I gave a little bit of spoiler. Eb doesn't confess. Well, not confess. The killings of Eb are not said until Judges chapter 10. That's when they say, oh, Eb killed 700 people. So I gave a little bit of foreshadowing, but it's okay. So yeah, that's basically what this chapter talks about. At first, I read it and I did not understand a word, nothing, because I was reading it in the night and that was just like so much information to process. But when I read it in the morning and I did some commentary research and stuff like that, I got to understand what this chapter was talking about and who Eb was. At first, I was like, is Eb a bad guy? Is he a good guy? Firstly, Eb is a Belgium, so in case you're confused, I don't know how to pronounce the name. I was like, is Eb a good guy? Is Eb a bad guy? Until I did research, until I had to even type on Google. I was like, is a Belgium a good person or a bad person? But yeah, that's basically what this chapter talks about. And for memory verses, oh my goodness, I did my quiet time today, but I forgot to get my memory verse. Wow, how beautiful. How beautiful is that? Okay, I think I remember one of the chapters that I read. I think it's James chapter 4, verse 4. I had so many beautiful memory verses set out for today. Wow. Why am I like this? Okay, James chapter 4, verse 4, and it says, unfaithful creatures, do you not know that friendship with the world is enmity with God? Therefore, whoever wishes to be friends of the world makes himself an enemy of God. So today I read about faith and hearing God's voice, and it was just all around so amazing and so intriguing. I think I'm gonna pause the chapter they're recording and go find those memory verses because they were so enlightening. 1 second. Pause. Okay guys, I'm back. I've gotten my memory verses. So the first one is Jeremiah 33 verse 33. So that's why I'm flipping my Bible now to find it. I really miss updating the Chapter Day website. It made my work so much more efficient. Because right now, I'm not the most efficient person out here. Okay, Jeremiah 33 verse 3. Where are you? Okay, I've seen that. And it says, call to me and I will answer you, and I will tell you great and hidden things which you have not known. I remember I said I read about calling unto God and having faith in God, and I feel like I do communicate with God. I have those times or those days of the week where I just sit down and talk to God about my problems and things that I want to achieve, my goals, and everything that's just happening in my life. Even though God already knows, I just feel it's better to talk to God about those things than to talk to man about them. I think I've said it before in a chapter a day that if you have any problems, if you have any shortcomings, you should cry unto God and never to man, because they won't help you. So yeah, I do communicate with God, I do talk to God, but I don't get a tangible response back. I feel like, signs, there are different signs that can be used as a response, but I feel like when it comes to, oh, I'm saying, hi God, I don't get a hi God, hi so, or I don't get a hi so back. I get a hi God, but I'm not getting that response back. I feel like Samuel did have that kind of conversation with God where God spoke to him and he heard. It was not true signs, true verbal communication. And, I long for that. But I feel like I need to build my spiritual strength and spiritual discipline and spiritual willingness before I can attain that level of spiritual communication with God. So, yeah, that's really what it is. That chapter really just showed me that, oh, before I could even think about attaining communication with God, I need to build up my spiritual strength, my spiritual willingness, and my spiritual discipline. So that's the first verse that stood out to me during my quiet time this morning. And the second one is Romans chapter 29. Wow, I don't remember the verse. I know it's Romans chapter 29. I miss having the chapter day website to update all this, because this is so hard. Oh my, does Romans even have up to 29 chapters? No. My, oh my. It's so sad. It was a really, okay, I'm gonna pause this. Okay, guys, I'm back. This is reaching 12 minutes. Let me finish. Romans chapter 1, verse 29 to 31. And it says, they were filled with all manner of wickedness, evil, covetousness, malice, full of envy, murder, strife, deceit, malignity. They are gossips, slanderers, haters of God, insolent, haughty, boastful, inventors of evil, disobedient to parents, foolish, faithless, heartless, rootless. Though they know God's degree that those who do such things deserve to die, they not only do them, but they approve those who practice them. This was so revolutionary. Like, I mean, it talks about how we're currently living, how Christianity is currently portrayed. We know all these things are wrong, yet we still do them. But yet we now encourage people to do them. We approve them because, it's new moral standards. It's the new age. It's the new. I mean, there is no new without the old. Okay? You can't have a new without the old. The knowledge you got from the new, the the standards you got from the new were all derived, we're all taken from the old. So I feel like we're living in a time period where we just want to forget about the old ways. We want to forget about the old morals, the old standards. We're all just living in the new. No, it's not all about the new. It's not all about the current. It's not all about, standards, the new moral standards. We're approving things that we know are wrong. We're saying, oh, it's allowed because it's the new times. And it's just so crazy that it's actually in the Bible. Literally, it's actually in the Bible. That's what the Bible's saying. The Bible's saying we're approving things that we know, things that secretly and silently in our heart we know God does not like. We're approving those things in society today. We're approving those mannerisms today. We're approving the mannerisms of malice. We're approving the mannerisms of evil, of wickedness, of murder, of strife, of deceit, of envy, of gossip, of slanderness, of insolent, boastful inventories of evil, disobedience to parents, foolishness, faithlessness, heartlessness, rootlessness. We're approving all these mannerisms in today's society in the name of we are living the new generational life. And I talked about a video that I watched yesterday that talked about the new seducers. It talked about how the devil was going to use the new seducers to match the new generation. Because our current generation is the new. Everything's new, everything's fresh, everything's just new. We're not following the old standards, and the devil is matching up this whole new generation ideology with new seducers. It's just, oh my god, everything's kind of connecting right now. The new seducers are matching up to the new generation ideologies, the new generation that is approving these mannerisms, the new generation that is accepting and approving people to do things that they know God does not agree with. Even the Christians today, we are approving things that we know God does not agree with because society is saying thumbs up to those things, and we don't want to feel like outcasts. We don't want to feel like less of human beings if we don't approve them. And now, because we're having all these ideas and all these ideologies and all these things, the devil is going to have new seducers to match the new ideologies. Wow. This is just so eye-opening. I'm getting inspiration for another video for our Bible finds. A previous video for our Bible finds, or rather topic for our Bible finds, was Psalm 51. So I think the topic for our new Bible finds will be the new seducers or temptation. I don't know. Temptation or new seducers or new temptation. I don't know, but I think I'll record it very soon before this week ends because I'm starting a new shift this Friday. So yeah, I've extended this video for so long, 16 minutes, God help me. Okay, see you guys tomorrow. Bye.